Oh, hello again. And it's my last day in Ninh Binh, well, my last few hours in Ninh Binh. I've just come down to this little park here at the end of my street, just to see what's anything interesting here. Apparently there's a pagoda here somewhere. We'll have a look at that. But yeah, I've got about 4 hours to kill before I get a train to Hanoi. And I'm looking forward to getting to Hanoi. I've got 5 days there, and that is my last port of call on this big trip. It's been exciting. It's had its ups and downs, ins and outs, but it's all part of the experience. It's a challenge halfway round the world. I never thought I would get to finish it. I was really knackered at some point. And this little sculpture, rock sculpture here. Have a little selfie with that for the thumbnail. There we go. Yeah. And I'm going to get the train. There's a train there going past. Get the train to Hanoi. It's only 2 hours away. And cheap price. Roughly 300. Well, it was paid in Thai baht, but it was 300 baht. It was about £9. So, hello. So instead of sitting in the hostel drinking coffees all morning, I thought I'd come out for a little stroll, see what I can find. Nice quaint park here. What we got along here? Yeah, this trip's had some ups and downs. I've enjoyed it. I've been robbed in Kuala Lumpur. That was a bit frightening. So everything I had was in there. Luckily, I didn't have my emergency bank card in there. That was kept separate with my passport. So I was able to transfer money all into that account and keep going. Yeah, it's all part of the experience. It's the first time I've been robbed in 40 odd years of travel. Never been robbed before. But when you do get robbed, it's not a nice experience. And some other good highlights from this trip. I met up with an old friend of, well, not old, but a friend of mine from my local village who I've not seen for 4 years. She was on holiday in Bali, Indonesia. And that was a surprise, meeting up with her and having dinner and a few drinks and a nice evening out. I met lots and lots of other backpackers, made a lot of friends. And one of my hello, how are you? You okay? And I met up good Australians in Pattaya when I was there. Obviously, my nickname being Zippy, it sort of fitted in with them. We had Tricky, Skippy, 3 good mates. And Tricky apparently is back in Asia now. He was in Ho Chi Minh, and he went to Cambodia. And when I went from Cambodia to Vietnam on the bus, I just breezed through immigration within 5 minutes. Mate, he was stuck there for 10 hours. I couldn't help laughing at it. Obviously, being in Vietnam and a communist country, apparently their computer system went down. They couldn't fix it, but the coach company knew all about it, but they didn't tell anybody. And that's just a way of life here. My mates were stuck at the Cambodian border, or Vietnamese border, and but I met a lot of other friends. All of my travels, all around all the hostels I stayed in, the homestays, and it's been a pleasure doing this. And I recommend anyone to travel, stay in hostels, so you can meet all sorts of cool and interesting characters. And some of the youngsters are amazed that I've done this big trip at my age. I said, am I mad? Well, I had to agree with them. I said, yeah, of course I am. And as people know me, they will also say I'm mad. But it's better than sitting in England in the cold winter, not doing much, moaning and groaning. And I just get out and about and view the world as I see it. So they're always cleaning up here. One thing I've noticed as well, all the street cleaners and rubbish collectors around Vietnam, they're all women, not blokes. You would never get that in England or anywhere else. The women are hard workers in Asia. The men, they just fertilise the ladies, produce babies and then run away. And the women have to deal with everything, the upbringing of the child, work, and they do work hard. Yeah, you see them in the paddy fields, tending to the rice, and yeah, I admire the women in Asia. They're all hard workers. And here we have the gate entrance onto the river promenade. Look at the wall. Everything is very artistic in Asia. They don't just build normal brick walls, they have a bit of artistry to it. And this river is called the River Day. The tanker going past, and there's the big bridge, road and railway bridge going across the river. And it's all shacks and building sites all over the other side, so it's not going to be worth going over there. So here we have some ornaments. There's a big Buddha there. It's sort of a little relaxing promenade, this, along the riverbank. There's a man saying, calm down, everything will be okay. Let's have a look through here. Got all sorts of godly like figures all along here. You can they all leave their fruits for them here. It starts here, we'll work our way along. There's a nomad, there's a monk. Oh look, it's a monk carrying his bag of goodies. There's a man who needs to go on a diet. I know I'm being a bit cheeky, but I'll say something. A lion with his owner. Yeah. There's a man who's conquered a wild animal. This is mine. And this man's celebrating his find. Look. Nice. Oh, good. Oh, good stuff. Here's another observation I've noticed on my trip all over around the world. Some people may give me some bad comments on this observation, but every country I've been to, they fly their own flag. They're proud of their own flag of each country. There's no flying the flag of the rainbow flag or the Palestinian flag or the Israeli flag or any other flag of the country. They fly their own flags and they're very proud of it. Every country I've gone to, you don't see any other flags being flying apart from the country of that, the flag of that particular country. Not like England, where you get criticised for flying the Union Jack or the St George's Cross. they say it's offensive. Why is it offensive? Tell me. You should be proud of your country. You should be proud of flying your own flag. But no, you can't do that in England. But I've spoken to people abroad about this situation. And I said, why? Be proud of your country. Fly your own flag. And here, see, look, you've got the Vietnamese flag, and they're proud of being communists, so they fly the communist flag, the hammer and sickle. See, all the way down the road, they fly their own flags. They're proud of their own flags. So, observations you notice when you're travelling. Me, honestly, I just can't see the sense of it. Why can't you fly the Union Jack or the St George's Cross? Yeah? Or the Scottish flag if you're in Scotland. Or the Welsh Dragon flag if you're in Wales. You know? Just, mate, it just doesn't make sense to me. Huh? But it's the way England is at the moment, I suppose. See, look, even down the little alleyways, see? Flags, flags, flags all the way down on all the buildings. Again, we've got the overhead cables here. A good tree.
Yeah, tụi bạn em.
Very good tree. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Chưa biết nói.
Oh. Oh.
Biết nói.
No, you don't speak. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Come on. Come on. Xin chào. Xin chào. Hello. You okay? Good. Birds singing, and that's the other thing. Where I'm staying, and most of these alleys, you don't need an alarm clock to wake you up. The chickens will wake you up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Every morning at daybreak, 6 o'clock in the morning on the dot. They start chattering away to themselves. And that's what wakes you up in the morning. Get up and get out early. Right, my battery is almost done. Right, we're at Ninh Binh station. We're now going to Hanoi for a 2-hour train journey. Let's see if this train is better than the last one I got from Dong Hoi, which was basically a load of crap. Like it's the same bloody train I was on before. Same shithole. It is, same sort of cabins. But I'm not in the cabin, I'm in the soft seat. And looking at the last train, that was a bit better than the cabins. Coach 2 or what? Coach 2, this one or this one? This one, yeah? Okay. Toilets look mangy, that's a good start. Another analysis of trains in Vietnam. Please don't do it. Anyone who says train travel in Vietnam is good is talking absolute bullshit. Mate, these trains are disgustingly filthy. The toilets are rank. There's shit everywhere. Look at this mop. Mate, that's about a year old. Mate, that's about a year old, that mop. Mate, these trains are fucking filthy. And they're double the price of a bus. This on a bus is luxurious. You get a bed, TV, luxury. Mate, never travel by train in Vietnam. got to have a ton of hand sanitizer with you. Everything you touch, you've got to sanitize your hands because everything is absolutely filthy. Right. Well, we've made it to Hanoi.